I feel like I've lived most of my life walking in the dark with blindfolds on, not knowing am I even walking down the right path, not knowing that should I be going like in a different direction, because I really have no clue if I'm making the right choices in life, right? And it wasn't until around 2018, 2019 when I discovered these YouTubers who at the time, they're like self-proclaimed red pill YouTubers, right? Telling you to get on your purpose, right? Put your purpose above all else. And, I'm also trying to attract girls. So, of course, I'm going to listen to their advice because they get girls. So, I'm assuming whatever they say works. So, I put my purpose above all else, thinking this is going to like solve all my problems in life. I'm going to figure out what I want to do in my life. Not knowing that I have no idea what purpose means. None of these YouTubers know what purpose means. Nobody really tells you what purpose means. They'll just parrot the same phrase over and over again, saying, get on your purpose, get on your purpose. And it took me like 5 years to realize, like, what does purpose even mean, bro? Even after I discovered what purpose is supposed to mean, I still kept making the same mistakes because I would see other influencers that I look up to, right? Like Iman Gaji and like Hamzan, whatever. These people in their early 20s becoming like mega successful at such a young age, thinking I need to be like them. I need to get successful now because I can't guarantee that I have my whole future to live. So I need to become successful and rich right now so that I can live a purposeful life. But what ended up happening was that whenever I would follow one of these business models, it did bring me some sort of success, but it wouldn't truly fulfill me. It wouldn't truly make me feel like I'm content with life. I'll break down what purpose is since none of these YouTubers will go ahead and bother doing so. Purpose is your current mission in life. The problem is that you do not have just one purpose. You have like this overarching giant main purpose in life, right? But inside of that, you're gonna have like these little mini purposes that once you obtain and fully complete these purposes, you'll feel like, man, that was such a waste of time. Like, why am I even bothering doing this? And then you'll go on about your life trying to find a new purpose, trying to find a new mission in life. That's why if you've ever had those like experiences in life where you're super motivated to get something done because you've realized that, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. You go out and achieve it, and all of a sudden you have this like anticlimactic feeling where it doesn't even feel like you did anything with your life other than waste time. And now you're thinking to yourself, now I really want to go out and do something else, but I am lost and confused. That's supposed to happen. You are supposed to essentially feel like you've made no progress in life. You're not going to have just like one or two purpose in life, bro. Like, your life is always changing, so your purpose is always changing too. Because ultimately our main purpose in life is to create and evolve, right? And to be able to like worship God and like just have a good time in life, essentially. But you can't just dedicate your entire life to that, because your life would kind of be empty, because it doesn't really take much time to be actually fulfilling those purposes. So then you're going to have these like smaller purposes inside of that, which you will be the direction that brings you towards your like overarching goals and purpose. Now you might think that because someone else is following some purpose, you think that you need to follow this too, which is completely untrue, because nobody can tell you what your purpose is. Nobody can tell you how to go about finding your purpose and achieving your purpose. You have to figure that out on your own. If you don't have a purpose in life, then you have a purpose, which is to find your purpose, to actually take time out your day, sit down, shut everything off and figure out, what do I want to do with my life? And this is going to be difficult. Nobody said this is going to be easy, right? That's why nobody actually tells you what to do when you actually want to find your purpose. Because once you actually sit down and try to figure out what your purpose is, your brain is going to go in like 100 different directions, trying to pull you away from solving it. You don't even realize it, but you don't want to change. When you find this new purpose in life, it could be completely different from the trajectory that you're already taking in life. So when you do find this purpose, you are going to like realize that you are not who you are currently in order to achieve this purpose. So you need to create a new version of yourself. That scares your ego. Your ego does not want to change. Your ego wants to continue doing whatever your ego wants to do, and that is to be this exact same person you currently are, right? So when you sit down and try to figure out, okay, what do I truly want to do with my life? You might sit down. It might take a couple of weeks because your brain just actually doesn't want to cooperate with you, but you eliminate all distractions from your life. If you need to stop using your phone, stop using your phone. Literally, you can just put your phone on airplane mode, turn your phone off. Do not touch your phone, because as soon as you touch your phone, you're gonna be distracted by all these different apps on your phone, all the different messages on your phone from all these different people that you need to spend time with, right? And what I've come to realize too is that the purpose that you end up creating for yourself is most likely something that has to do with your childhood. Because if you remember back to our childhoods, we are essentially a blank canvas. Our default is happiness, presence, and just creation, right? We're just like, that's all we're doing as little kids. We're just running around doing stuff, right? Whatever is super interesting to you as a child, before all these external desires are put on you, before all these external expectations are put on you, whatever desires you had as a little kid, that will usually contributing to what your purpose is later down in life. It's crucial to know what you love to do as a child, because you can go about your life as a little kid, right, loving to teach people. Like, you absolutely love teaching. You might have wanted to be a teacher when you grow up, and then you have these expectations when you grow up, thinking teachers don't make a lot of money, teachers' jobs are really stressful, and it conditions you into thinking, okay, I don't want to actually be a teacher, and you go do something else in your life thinking that's going to bring you happiness, when the whole time you knew what you want to do with your life, but you want to follow the status quo and actually adhere to society, not realizing that if you actually followed the one thing that brought you so much joy as a kid, you would actually love your life a lot more. Every single person is an artist, and every single artist has their own way of expressing their art. Whether it's by designing, whether it's by painting, whether it's by speaking, whether it's by writing. Everybody is able to create art through some sort of medium. Everyone also has their own individual passions in life. Your passion is different from somebody else's passion. No two people have these exact same passions, and they also do not have the exact same way of expressing their art. And so you could have like millions of different combinations of purposes. This is a formula that I created, which is purpose equals art times passion. And essentially what that means is, you have your purpose, right? You have your big mission in life that you want to accomplish. The way you accomplish that is by finding what your art is and finding what your passion is, right? You can have tons of different passions in life. You know, whether it's sports, whether it's computers, whether it's cars, whether it's self-improvement, mental health, whatever it is, you have a passion. You can't just sit there and say, I do not know what I'm passionate about. You have a passion, you just don't realize it, because what is something that like literally excites you? Something that you can spend all your time doing, even if it was completely free, even if you could not charge for it, you would still continue doing it for free. I know like one of the biggest one, especially in like the self-improvement space, is literally working out. You would work out your whole life for free. Absolutely. Like, if you got paid for it, that'd be nice. But if you didn't get paid for it, it wouldn't really matter, because you'd be doing it anyways, right? That is your passion. Art is the medium that you use to express your passion. Whether that's through writing, whether that's through drawing, whether that's working at if your passion is like bodybuilding, whether like your art could be working at a gym. People think that art needs to be like this artistic thing, boo boo boo, I need to draw like Pablo Picasso type beat, right? That's not art. Art is everything around you. Everything is art, because everything is a creation. This notebook that I'm holding is a form of art, because it's a creation. You are art because you are creation. This I bought these like B12 patches, right? This is a creation, so this is art. Everything around you is art, because everything is a creation, right? And so art is just like the medium. Like, how are you going to create something? So You find your art, you find your passion, and that's how you find your purpose, right? So I'll use myself as an example, right? So passion, I have a lot of different passions. One of them, the main one, is self improvement and just like teaching people about it, right? I love being able to talk to somebody and have a conversation about how their mind works, why they do the things they do, why they have the habits they have, and what can I do to help them and solve their problems, right? I just love self improvement. I just love talking about mental health. It's just like something I can do for fun the rest of my life, right? My form of art is speaking. I could write about it. I could write essays about self improvement. I could create, I don't know, research papers on like how to fix your brain and stuff. I could create movies essentially about it. But I feel like the one that really resonates with me is just like speaking on camera, posting it so that people can find it, right? Because I'm able to reach a lot more people by posting on social media rather than just talking to one person at a time individually. Once when you combine that, my passion for self-improvement and my art is my speaking skills, that creates my purpose. So like this YouTube channel that I've created matches this equation. If you are passionate about bodybuilding, right? You love working out, you dedicate 2-3 hours a day in the gym, and you love being able to motivate people, you love being able to give instructions to people, that is your form of art. Your purpose can be a fitness trainer. Do you see how this equation works? Do you see how your purpose is created with your art and your passion? Right? You don't just go around copying what you see online thinking, okay, this is gonna be my purpose, right? Because you'll feel so inauthentic, you'll feel like this isn't even what I wanna be doing with the rest of my life. And you absolutely hate it. I had this young man in my Discord server, right? He was basically telling me that he figured out his purpose and it's completely different from what he was actually doing. He was doing like he was running a self-improvement YouTube channel, just like the hundreds of people who run one nowadays, right? And he realized he didn't really enjoy it, but he does really enjoy computers, working with computers. And it made me really like smile thinking about that, because no one can tell you how to find your purpose. You literally need to sit down and figure it out yourself. So that is purpose. That's how you find your purpose. Go find your purpose, because nobody else can tell you what your purpose is.